The European Union is making big changes to the way travelers enter and move across its borders. Whether you're planning your dream vacation, a business trip, or a new life in Europe, understanding the new EU visa rules for 2025 and beyond is more important than ever. Let's break down what's changing, why it matters, and exactly what you need to know to make your next journey to Europe as smooth as possible. To start, let's revisit the basics. The Schengen area, that famous zone of borderless travel, covers 27 European countries, stretching from Portugal in the west to Estonia in the east. For years, the Schengen visa rules have been straightforward for most visitors. You can spend up to 90 days in any 180-day period within the Schengen area, whether you're sightseeing in Paris, attending a conference in Berlin, or cycling along the canals of Amsterdam. This 90 in 180 rule means your total time inside the Schengen zone can't exceed 90 days out of any rolling 180-day window. So you'll need to keep an eye on your calendar if you're planning multiple trips or a longer stay. But the way you get that all-important permission to enter Europe is about to undergo a digital revolution. Starting in the coming years, the traditional paper-based visa process is moving online. By 2026, most Schengen visa applications will be fully digital. Instead of printing out forms, gathering physical documents, and waiting in long lines at embassies, you'll be able to apply right from your laptop or smartphone. The process will be streamlined, with documents uploaded securely and confirmations arriving in your email. In many cases, your visa will be issued as a digital QR code, making border crossings faster and more efficient. No more worrying about losing your paper visa or waiting weeks for an appointment. Just apply, upload, and go. One of the biggest changes arriving in 2025 is the launch of the Entry-Exit System, or EES. If you're used to watching border officers stamp your passport as you enter and exit Europe, get ready for something new. The EES is an automated electronic system that will record every entry and exit of non-EU nationals at all Schengen borders. It uses advanced biometrics, like fingerprint scans and facial recognition, to securely log your movements in and out of the bloc. This means no more physical passport stamps. Your data is recorded digitally, making the process quicker and more secure. For travelers, it's a smoother experience at the border, but it also means overstays, and multiple entries are now tracked with precision, so it's even more important to respect the 90-day limit. But that's not all. If you're a citizen of a country that currently enjoys visa-free travel to the Schengen area, like the United States, Canada, Brazil, or India, there's a new step you'll need to complete before your trip: ETIAS, or the European Travel Information and Authorization System. Starting in late 2026, all travelers from visa-exempt countries will need to apply for ETIAS online before boarding a plane or crossing a land border into the Schengen area. The process is simple. Fill out a quick application, pay a $7 fee if you're between 18 and 70 years old, and wait for approval, which usually arrives within minutes, though it can take longer in some cases. Once granted, your ETIAS authorization is valid for 3 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. Think of it as Europe's answer to the US STA, designed to enhance security and streamline arrivals. You'll receive confirmation by email, and border officers will see your authorization automatically. No paper printouts needed. For Indian travelers, there's more good news. Schengen multi-entry visas are becoming even more flexible. Where previously most Indian visitors received 2-year multiple entry visas at best, new rules are expanding eligibility for 5-year multiple entry Schengen visas. This means more freedom to travel in and out of Europe, whether for business, family, or leisure, without constantly reapplying. The goal is to reward travelers with a strong history of compliance and frequent visits, making Europe more accessible to one of its fastest-growing visitor groups. As always, it's vital to respect the rules of stay, overstays can still result in fines, deportation, or bans from future entry, no matter how long your visa is valid. It's important to remember that not all visas are created equal. While the Schengen visa covers short stays for tourism and business, if you're planning to study, work, or join family in Europe, you'll still need to apply for the relevant national visa or permit. Each EU country sets its own rules for long-term stays, students, workers, and family reunification, so requirements, processing times, and permitted activities can vary widely. It's essential to check the specific regulations for your destination country and prepare all necessary documents, from admission letters to employment contracts and proof of income. Many countries are also digitizing these processes, but the details still differ from place to place. These new systems, the Digital Schengen Visa, EES, and ETIAS, are all part of the EU's broader effort to modernize its borders. By harnessing technology, Europe hopes to enhance security, catch overstays and document fraud, and make travel easier and more predictable for legitimate visitors. Biometric checks and digital authorizations mean shorter lines, faster processing, and less paperwork, freeing you to focus on enjoying your travels. But with new rules come new responsibilities. The days of casual border crossings and forgotten passport stamps are over. Now, your entries and exits are tracked electronically, and staying even one day too long can have serious consequences. Always plan your trips with the 90-day rule in mind. Double-check your authorizations before travel, and keep an eye on passport expiration dates, especially since digital authorizations like ETIAS are linked directly to your passport number. In summary, the new EU visa rules mark a new era for traveling to Europe. Digital applications, biometric border controls, and pre-travel authorizations are set to transform the way we move around the continent. If you're dreaming of exploring the rich culture, history, and beauty of Europe in 2025 and beyond, the key is preparation. Check your eligibility, apply early, stay informed, and make sure you're visa-ready for your European adventure. Ready to plan your next trip? Stay tuned for more updates on global travel and immigration, so you'll always be one step ahead.